This store is very small and it has a very limited selection of products. There are about 4 employees working in this store. During lunchtime, there are usually just 2 or 3 people. And there are only 6 racks in the store. But it contains 60% of the merchandise related to the Olympics. Can you guess what's inside this black box? It contains a ball. With the logo of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. It can be placed on a wall, and if you pat it, and it's going to light up. And this is the mascot of the Winter Olympics. And when it lights up, it can change colors. On the first rack, about half of the space are occupied by toys made in the image of the mascot. Of all the merchandise, the toys in the image of the mascot is the bestseller. And here on the left is the mascot of the Winter Olympics. And on the right is a black bear. At its chest, there is a crescent. And this toy is called the crescent bear. Some people might wonder, what are these merchandises? It means that they have been authorized by the Olympic Committee to be produced in certain manufacturing factories, and the IPs are protected. Most of these products are torches or badges and the mascots. Let's take a look at some other toys. And this is the bestseller. Every one of them represents an image of the Winter Olympics. And this toy is wearing sleighs. And this one has a curling device. So sometimes if your hands or feet touch the curling, then you have to acknowledge, and that shows that you are a gentleman. And this one is on a snowboard. And in the middle are some pillows, hug pillows. And they're all well packaged. I can't tear the plastics off. These are also toys made in the image of the mascot. These are throw pillows. So this pillow is priced at 30,000 won, or about 180 RMB. So here's the question. If you buy this throw pillow, do you want to actually use it? Because it looks too cute. And here on the racks are some very special toys. And they are dressed in traditional Korean attire. Let me show you. There are 3 pairs of toys, and they are wearing traditional Korean attire. This pair is dressed in ancient Korean attire. On the left, the mascot is dressed as a groom. It's a blue coat with a pair of red pants. And on the right is the female dressing gown. It looks a little bit different than the traditional Chinese wedding dress. The wedding outfits reflect Korean history, but they're often worn by Korean people at special occasions. And this pair of toys look similar to the other pair, but on the left, this toy is dressed in royal attire, and on the right, the toy is dressed in the attire of a queen. Let's take a closer look. Some Koreans still wear them at important holidays. And this pair is wearing what? Can you guess? Let's take a look at the hat. Some of you might have guessed that they represent a young boy and a girl. And this is the attire worn by 1-year-olds. And it's very auspicious. And at important festivals, they will wear these dresses. These are very formal attire. Some of you may have just tuned in. You can watch us on various social network platforms. And today, we are taking you inside a specialty store selling Winter Olympics merchandise. If you have any questions, please leave a message on the social network platforms. These toys on the back are small toys and snow globes. Inside the snow globe we can see the mascot. Most of these products are developed with the concept of the mascot. For example, this one's playing ice hockey, and this one's doing figure skating. This product what do you think it's used? What do you think it's used for? It's a mirror. With the package, it's hard to see what it really looks like. These are for young girls, and these are coffee mugs. These products are closely linked with the Winter Olympics and the Korean culture. Most of these products are made in China. Someone asked a question whether these products are shipped to Pyeongchang after the opening ceremony. These products actually went online in June last year. But with the opening of the Winter Olympics, the sales shot up sharply. These are soaps, I believe, with the mascot logo. And on this wall are very delicate keychains, for example, badges, and pins. Let's take a closer look at the pins. And this is designed for the Paralympics with the image of the crescent bear. It represents the sports program curling. And we can see made in China right here. And every product has a serial number. And it's an exclusive serial number. Let's take a closer look at these. Inside the box are 14 samples. Each pin represents a sports in the Olympics. There are altogether 102 sports in the Winter Olympics. Can you guess which sport these represent? Many of these products are advertised on Korean media, which sparked a round of very heated discussions. The Olympic Committee said that the manufacturing is done in China because Chinese bids were the lowest. And also, Chinese manufacturers own the largest number of patents and IPs. And that's why a lot of these products are made in China. Let's take a look at this rack. There are only a few products here. But if you're watching the sports events live, you will need to use these products. These are blue scarves and hand warmers. If you have watched CCTV news related to the Winter Olympics, you would know that the very low temperature had a negative impact on reporting of the events. For example, some sports require very low temperatures, but it's very difficult for the audience to be sitting in such low temperatures. So I hope that you will get these products, the hand warmers and the scarves, and keep warm. This scarf is very cute. And if you buy a scarf, you will get a mascot. If you buy it for your kids, it just looks so cute. You probably don't want to use it. You just want to put it on a shelf. And on these racks are toys for the Winter Olympics and the Paralympics. Let's take a look at the crescent bear. It wears a very cute hat. Okay. On the fourth rack are stationery. These are mainly for kids. These are ball-pointed pens. Let's take a closer look. These are envelopes and notebooks. I'm sure young kids will be very interested in these products. For example, this is a small jigsaw puzzle. This is early in the morning, and not all the products are put out because some of these products are selling very well, and usually by noon, some of these will be sold out. And let's take a look at these snacks. These are chocolates with nuts and cream. And also some are black chocolates. And these bonbons. So not only can you find clothes and toys, you can also find snacks. And at the lower deck, these are Korean Kimchi'S. Let's take a look at this. These are seaweeds with rice pops. Seaweeds are very important in Korean cuisine. This is another series of the same product. It also has tomato sauce. I've never tasted it, but I'm sure it's very delicious. Those of you who have tasted them, can you tell us what they taste like? These are in larger packages. So what are these? This is also very popular in Korea. Almond jerky. Do you know how much it costs? So one pack, about 100 grams, is sold for 4,300 won, about 30 RMB, a little less than 30 RMB. Not very expensive. These are other snacks. Potato sticks. And these are nuts, mixed nuts. All these Winter Olympics merchandise is closely linked with the sports event. And these throw pillows and the toys and the snacks and hand warmers and scarves are all linked to the Winter Olympics. So let's take a look at this rack. What are these? These are cutlery. For example, this one contains spoons and chopsticks made in steel. If you watch Korean TV shows, you will know that they eat with chopsticks, but they are not made in wood, but in steel. So these are everyday cutlery used by Korean people. These are also spoons, and this looks like a very high-end pair of chopsticks. Let's take a closer look. So these are not ordinary chopsticks. They are made in traditional artisan style. And there are some decorations on top. They are made with conches. And this artisan style is very famous in Korea. It uses grounded conches, and they are put on top of these lacquer chopsticks. They are very shiny. And also, paint is carefully applied on these chopsticks. You can look at the package. This can be used as souvenirs or gifts, or it can be displayed as artworks. At the lower rack, we can see some kitchen ware. The embroidery is very delicate. For example, this one has flowers and butterflies. These are traditional Korean lamps. And the paintings on them are beautiful. I want to say a few more words about these lamps. These patterns are created by a very famous female artist. This artist was very famous in ancient Korea, and she's famous for painting flowers and natural scenes. And it so happens that this artist was born in this area. And many of the merchandise used her paintings to commemorate her. Why is she so famous in Korea? Because she's a very accomplished educator. She's married to a local scholar. But her husband is not keen on politics. And this young artist devoted a lot of her time on her children. And all four of her children grew up to be very accomplished people. and 3 of her kids were number 1 in national exams. And that's why this artist is considered a virtuous woman, and her picture is on the 50,000 won currency. Now, let's move on and see these products. These are also lacquerware using tree branches. And this is, I believe, a mirror. And these are crystal products, and this one is made in the image of the giant torch. Many of you watched the opening ceremony. And one athlete from South Korea and another one from North Korea lighted the torch at the opening ceremony. And it was very, very impressive. And we hope that the Winter Olympics can facilitate the peace talks on the peninsula. And these are gloves for the audience. These are pink ones. These are also gloves with the Olympics logos. And on these racks are shoes, sports shoes. These have no trademarks. So they have the slogans of the Winter Olympics: passion and connection. And finally, these are hoodies, t-shirts, and these are ski hats, ski caps. And scarves. So this specialty store is only one of the many. And another important product related to the Winter Olympics are the stamps. And there is a post office next to the store. Let's go take a look. Some of you may not know what we are doing because you have just tuned in. So we are broadcasting live from Pyeongchang on various social media platforms. Let's take a look at the stamps issued especially for the Winter Olympics. Unfortunately, it's lunchtime, and the post office is closed. The door is locked. So it's a shame that we are not able to visit the post office. We can see from afar some of the stamps issued specifically for the Winter Olympics. These are Winter Olympics stamps. The one in the middle are stamps for the Paralympics. And on the right, the stamps are designed in the image of the medals. The stamps issued on the day of the opening ceremony have already been sold out. So if you are a stamp collector, you can visit the post office. So that's the end of today's live broadcast. I hope you have enjoyed our program. In 2022, Beijing is going to host the Winter Olympics, and the merchandise is already on sale. So that's the end of the live broadcast. The Winter Olympics will have the closing ceremony on the 25th of February.